Monica from 3rd class. Now I'm going to say you a wonderful story. The title of the story is Alice in Wonderland. Once upon a time, in a hot summer day, there was a little girl named Alice. Alice was supposed to listen her grown-up sister say her an important history lesson. But the history lesson was not interesting because it contained no pictures in it. Alice decided to sleep, and then when she was about to close her eyes, she saw Mr. Rabbit running, saying that, "Oh no, I'm late, oh no, I'm late." That then Alice was curious to know why he had said, "Oh no, I'm late, oh no, I'm late." That's why she asked her, "Oh dear, wait for me," Alice said. That time the rabbit replied, "Oh, I'm only late. How can I wait for you?" And then he started to run to the foot of a tree. When the rabbit ran at the foot of a tree and jumped into the hole, Alice was still curious to know where was the hole and what was inside the hole, and started to run behind the hole. When Alice started to run behind the hole, she found that she was in an enormous room, and there a small tiny voice said, "Hello, who are you?" And Alice was so scared that she don't even know who had said these words. She looked around, she saw up, down, no one was there, and suddenly she saw a small door which contained a big doorknob and a big doorknob. Alice said her name and explained that she decided to follow little Mr. Rabbit. That's why the doorknob said, "Oh, you're so big, right?" The Alice replied, "Yes, I want to swim. How can I swim?" Alice kept singing up in the air. The doorknob replied, "Oh, you want to become string, right? Go and you'll find the bottle on the table. Drink it." And Alice walked. She found a table. On it was a bottle with the label "Drink Me." And she drank it. When she drank it, she became to string. And Alice became to string and opened the door and walked inside. When Alice started to walk inside, suddenly she saw the white rabbit in the other side of a garden. That time, two little guards came in and said, "Who are you? Where are you going?" Alice said her name and explained that she decided to follow Mr. Rabbit. The two little guards said that, "I'm Tweedledee," said one. "I am Tweedledee," said the other. Alice said, "Oh, thank you." And those Tweedledee asked, "Oh, where are you going?" And she said that, "Oh, just now I said that I was following Mr. Rabbit track." "Oh, I forget. Mr. Rabbit is in the other side of the garden." And Alice said thank you for the information and went on to the other side. When she went on to the other side, she found that the rabbit was not there. She thought, "Oh, where's the rabbit?" And she started to walk, wondering, "Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit?" She started to wonder. Soon, she found a house which had a circular door, and upstairs popped open the little white rabbit saying that, "Oh, come, help, my gloves are lost. Can I find it to me?" Alice said, "Okay," and she went into the house. She saw everywhere, but there was no gloves. Suddenly, she saw a mushroom box. She was so hungry that she ate one. She began to grow. And the rabbit said, "Oh no, what a demon is she?" And he started to run. And even the rabbit missed his gloves to the feet and even hands. And he started to walk away and run away. Alice saw a carrot growing in the garden. She was curious to know and she ate one. She became to string. When she became to string, she started walking it. Tired. After all, I have came out of this mess. And she started to wander. Then suddenly she saw playing cards as gardeners and painting white roses into red. She was wondering that, "Oh no, what is this? Playing cards as gardeners?" And she was seeing that who was the queen of this, and she was so angry on the queen. And suddenly the white little rabbit came and said, "Queen is coming! Moo! Moo! Moo!" And Alice was happy to see the king and even angry on the king. Suddenly the king came with his wife, the queen. Both came. When both came, Alice said, "Oh, these are the king and queen." And the queen's heart went towards the gardeners and the garden. When she saw the garden, she saw one rose was white, other was red. She was so angry and she said, "Cut off with the head." And suddenly she looked at Alice and said that, "Oh, is she the new girl Mr. Rabbit said me?" And Mr. Rabbit said, "Yes, madam, she is the new girl I have met." And the queen said, "Cut off with her hair." Alice was so afraid and started to run. That time the queen changed her mind and said, "Okay, I will let you free, you new girl. I will let you free if you only play with me the game of cards." Alice said, "Okay," and she started to come. When she started to come, she said to the queen that, "Oh no, queen, your majesty, our majesties, I don't know how to play the game." But the queen was no mood to listen her. And she said, "Oh, I don't know anything. It doesn't matter. Just play with me. Then you'll be set free." All I started to play. And she didn't know what the game was and did a cheating. The queen was angry that it was her favorite game and Alice did cheating in it. Alice won. The queen was so angry that she took Alice to the court. And the king said, "Oh, you new girl, why are you in the court?" The queen explained what had happened to them. Next, the queen said, "Cut off with her hair." And the king said, "What? No evidence?" The queen said, "Okay, there will be an evidence, but I'll ask the subjects around it." She asked Mr. Rabbit. Mr. Rabbit said, "I don't know, Majesty. I don't know, Queen." Everyone said, I don't know. Queen asked finally the king. The king said, "I don't know because I didn't see the game you played." And the queen decided to judge herself because she played with the game right. She saw it and she just teased that cut off with her hair. And Alice began to run. Suddenly, the guards were about to catch her. Alice thought quickly and found an opportunity to run. And she remembered the mushroom she had kept in Mr. Rabbit's house. And when she saw Mr. Rabbit's house, she took in a pocket and ate one. She began to grow. And then the queen, when she was so big, she came to the queen and said, "I'm not afraid of you, you little queen." And the queen was so scared that she said, "Guards, don't arrest her, run behind." And even the queen ran behind. The queen was running away. Alice quickly feed the carrot one more bite and started to run away. And she came to the doorknob and said, "Oh, doorknob, please let me through." And the doorknob shut up open, and Alice went in happiness.